What does it look like for you the first day of school? It's Rob and Liz, 800-447-7234, His Radio.
And we got a text from Jessica, and she has 2 kids that are headed off to school this morning. Brianna's in the 8th grade, Jake in the 5th grade. They've got their new tennies on, it looks like, their new backpacks. They're going face-to-face to school this morning.
We got quite a few pictures in, but I wonder how different the pictures for first day of school is going to look like this year, because especially with sitting in front of a computer at home for a lot of virtual that's happening.
Right. If you're starting that way, we want to see that too. You can text in yours or call us and let us know what's going on.
800-447-7234. Brooke's along with us. Tell about the first day of school, Brooke.
I'm actually on my way to Clinton, South Carolina to teach at Summit Classical School, and we're going 5 days a week, full-time, face-to-face.
Look at that. No virtual for
Really?
you.
We will still offer virtual. We'll be recording our lessons throughout the day, so that will be a little nerve-wracking, but we're excited.
And how about your kids?
My personal child will be going to Greenville County, and she's going 1 day a week, and we're blessed to have my mom retired to teach her the rest of the week.
Oh, that is good and reassuring.
Is she super excited about going to school? Because how old is she?
She's going into kindergarten.
Her first
So
real experience.
She popped out of bed this morning. She's dressed and ready.
His morning crew.
For every mom and dad that has a student that's going directly to a school today, can I hear a whoop whoop?
Whoop, whoop. Oh, I don't have one. What?
My wife has one because Eli's going into class today. The only day this week he's doing that, though. It's Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew on His Radio. Starting to get in some first day pictures at 800-447-7234.
Jennifer said she has Matthew and Wyatt their first day of 5th and 2nd grade, and they are going full time. So they're going to be every day face to face.
And the pictures they sent in, they're wearing their masks.
Yes, exactly.
That's whoever would have thought. That would be a first day picture, right?
Yeah, and then Dixie also texted in, and her son Nicholas is starting his sophomore year. He actually started last week, but it is virtual learning to start. So it looks like he's sitting in the kitchen at the dinner table, and he's got his computer and all of his info in front of him.
With the mic in the background.
Exactly.
Getting ready for the microphone. He can have macaroni and cheese if he wants.
For breakfast.
For breakfast while doing his virtual school. Okay, Tanya's along with us at 800-447-7234. What does it look like for you, Tanya, for the first day of school?
We are driving the kids to school. Woot, woot.
That sounds like it's exciting to you.
Hold on. Can I put you on speakerphone?
Please do.
Ah!
Hey! Okay, who is everybody in the car?
I'm Wyatt. I'm Keely. And I'm Lana.
It is so good to meet you. How you feeling about school starting today?
Very excited.
All right, so are you going face-to-face today, and then is there a day this week you're going to be virtual? How does that look for you?
It's all in person. 5 days a week.
Okay, who's more excited, kids or mom?
Hey, we got Dad in the car, too. So.
Oh, how about you, Dad?
I think it's great they're going back to school.
Did I hear a right on back there? What does it look like for you? Do you have like new backpacks? Is there new technology you had to get? What's that about?
Well, this is a brand new school for all of them as well. You know, it's all new.
All new, so you don't even know just yet. Well, whoop, whoop along with you as the kids are going into a school today. That's so nice.
And Mercedes took you up on the whoop, whoop. But she texted that in because Abby and Noah are going to school K5 and 4th grade. So
oh,
whoop,
that's
whoop
so
you,
great. Thank you, by the way, for all the pictures that are being texted in. It looks so different. Some are at home. Some are on the front porch getting ready to actually go in a car and go into a class, whether it's a day or two or not. Yeah. But what about you? 800-447-7234.
His morning crew.
You should see some of these pictures that are being texted in the first day of pictures at His Radio. Well, hi, it is Rob and Liz. We'd love to see yours at 800-447-7234.
Yeah, Ashley sent a picture. She's got a big family headed back to school this morning. Annalie, Kaysen, Madeline, Brenna, and Sterling. And they're anywhere from the 9th grade to pre-kindergarten, and they look super excited to be headed back.
Big family.
Yeah, big, nice family.
Mom, you deserve the break today.
Yeah, exactly. You know, she probably is like, whoo,
Right.
All right. Then we have Wendy, and Wendy has, it looks like they're going face-to-face, first of all, for 5 days. Eva is a senior, and then Cadence is going to be a 7th grader, and Cadence took a picture with her mask on, standing beside the mascot sign.
Isn't this a different year? I mean, wow, who would have ever thunk that we'd be taking pictures with masks on for our first day of school?
I mean, usually it's the backpack, the lunchbox, and now a mask.
And now it's blinged out masks. Okay, so this is Kristen. Kristen's along with us at 800-447-7234. What about you, Kristen?
Oh, Claire actually started K4 today. She was so excited. Very excited.
So how'd you...
She's been so excited ever since we met her teacher. She's been talking nonstop about going to the big school.
So what kind of mask did you get her?
There's a little boutique over in Campobello. A lady from our church owns it, called Sunflowers and Cotton. She has Simply Southern face mask. So I got Claire and I matching Simply Southern face mask, pineapple. So she said that we had to wear a matching mask today.
Oh, I love you did that.
Do you think she's going to keep it on all day?
Well, they're supposed to work during transition, so she's normally pretty good about keeping it on when she's supposed to. And although if she leaves it on too long, she starts fiddling with it, you know.
Yeah.
But for the most part, she does pretty well for a 4-year-old. She does pretty well.
Well, I think it's just part of her life right now, you know, at least as we start this weird year.
As long as she does what she's supposed to, which normally she does. And of course, 4-year-olds always have that little wild hair sometimes.
Oh, sure.
But
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Seems like a lot of parents are saying amen right now. Because some kids, not all, I understand that, but some kids get to go back into a physical school and they're in a classroom and they have a mask on and they're social distanced, even if it's one day a week or a couple of days a week. So we started thinking on his radio this morning, it's Rob and Liz, by the way, about the first day of school for you. And pictures are starting to come in at 800-447-7234.
Yes, they are. Ruth said Thomas is headed into his 4th year at Pulling Glen Springs, and he is ready to take on the year. He's got Jesus right by his side.
All right, that's good.
Very cool. And then we also have Stephanie, and she texted in a picture of her son, Ethan. He's going to be headed into the 5th grade. He's got on his American flag T-shirt, and he's got his mask on, ready to go.
Mask.
Yeah.
That's the thing, isn't it? And then how blinged out do you have masks now? They seem to make them all that way. Leanne's along with us at his radio. Okay, Leanne, first day of school, what does it look like?
We actually are going to school as cohorts. So my 2 kids will go Monday and Tuesday, and they'll do remote the rest of the week.
Yeah, mine are doing that too. So my youngest, he's only going 1 day this week and then 2 days next week, and the rest of it is virtual at home.
We live in South Carolina, but we go to school in North Carolina because I teach in North Carolina.
Oh, wow. So your teacher, what grade do you teach?
Pre-K.
And then you're going every day?
No, actually, they start next week, and they'll also be doing the cohorts.
Will you be home doing the virtual teaching?
No, I have to go to the school and teach.
See, you're not out of it.
I'll actually have 2 different groups also. So I'll have a kids Monday, Tuesday, and then a second group Thursday, Friday, and then Wednesday is fully remote for everybody.
How do you feel about it? I mean, do you feel prepared?
Not really prepared, but excited.
Good.
Have you been practicing virtually, like engaging with the kids or researching like different ways to keep their attention since they're pre-K?
I have, and we actually did really good back in the spring when we went remote. We're excited.
Yeah, that's when everybody had to learn how to do virtual school.
On the fly, yeah.
Ooh, hats off to you, too. Right. Praying for every teacher today as well.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
First day of school 2020 for a lot of people. What in the world does it look like for you? Is it virtual? Is it a student actually going back into a classroom? So what is it? 800-447-7234. Rob and Liz on his radio.
So Bryson is headed into the 4th grade today. So he is all dressed up. His mom's a teacher, and she's all dressed up for the first day of school as well. And they're going to brand new schools, by the way.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Well, you get to open those puppies up. I like it.
I know it. And then Dina texted in and she said Sawyer on his first day of school at 4th grade at his new Christian school. So they also have a new school. I'm seeing that seems to be a pattern.
Congratulations, Bryson.
Yeah.
Okay, Brittany's along with us on his radio. What about you, Brittany? Tell us about first day.
Oh my gosh. So this is technically the second week. My son Eli started kindergarten this year. His first day was on Wednesday last.
And is it full-time or is there a little virtual going on for kindergarten for Eli?
So luckily he goes to Gorman Christian Academy. So they have a really small population. There's only 14 kids in his kindergarten class. So they split them up into 2 different classes. And so they're able to have in-person education.
How did you take kindergarten?
I definitely cried on the way home.
Oh,
no.
So how did he take his first day? Did he have a good time?
He walked in and did not even say goodbye or love you, Mom, or anything. And when I picked him up, I said, how was your first day? He said, it was okay.
He's a realist.
His Morning Crew.
We started thinking, along with all the first day of school pictures that are coming into his radio, it's Rob and Liz. Hi. Here's the number that you can text yours, 800-447-7234. I wonder what kind of coffee's getting you through the first day of school. You know, maybe you're doing a treat yourself thing like Liz, going with all that frou-frou stuff.
I do like frou-frou, but I also like to save calories, so my order ends up being very obnoxious, I think, to the
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
So if I had my choice, I went in now, it'd be a skinny vanilla latte, and it would be non-fat milk, so it would be sugar-free vanilla syrup.
Oh, my.
And it would also be no whip and extra hot, because if it's lukewarm at all, it's just sludge to me. I don't want it at all. So, what is yours?
That's high maintenance.
It is high maintenance, but I'm trying to watch the calories and get the
good
taste.
for you. Good for you. Here's how I watch the calories. I get normal coffee.
And that means what? Because normal coffee for my mom has like 8 creamers in it. That's normal to her.
I usually get a couple, but now I'm watching it. I'm doing intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
And so right now my coffee is black.
Ugh.
So I have no cream in it whatsoever. Listen, you get used to it really quick.
I don't know.
And
I
like it. I like it. So give it, don't knock it till you try it. Although I knock the frou-frou coffee.
Yeah, well.
It's just too sweet for me. I'll tell you.
It sweet. I like it sweet.
Okay, so here's the thing. What is your flavor of coffee today? Since some people are like, this is the first day of school, and some kids are going back to a physical school either for a day or a couple of days a week, whatever it looks like. So what's the blend? What's getting you through it?
Take a picture of your order if you can, or just tell us what it is. Call us and tell us how complicated it is.
800-447-7234. I'm kind of guessing you're not as high maintenance of an order as Liz is.
Oh, I bet there are some.
Oh, boy.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
Here's what we're thinking. Since the kids have been home for so long, even before summer vacation even started, for some, the kids going back to school, right? I mean, into a physical school, whether it's for a day or 2 a week, it's something. And if that is the case for you, how are you splurging on the coffee today at 800-447-7234?
Tell you what, Rachel is giving me a run for my money on my high maintenance coffee order. Listen, hold on to your seats. Grande triple shot espresso with almond milk, 2 pumps of sugar-free vanilla, and 2 Splenda. And she says her husband really does not like to order for her.
I get it.
I feel you. My
with
husband,
him.
Joey, will not order for me hardly, ever. Walter, though, he says straight black coffee. He does 2 every single morning. And then Mason also texted and said he's got a couple of different things. Pumpkin spice. He likes French vanilla or Hershey's. A Hershey's coffee. I've heard that with the coffee creamer. But I don't know if you can order that anymore.
You mean like black?
No. Like chocolate.
No, okay.
Chocolate and fudge and probably all kinds of yummy stuff. I don't even know.
Yeah, Liz gets frou-frou. Quickly, what's your order?
It's a sugar-free vanilla latte. It's a skinny vanilla latte, sugar-free vanilla, extra hot, non-fat milk, no whipped cream. Thank you very much. 120 calories.
My. Okay, Lisa, what about you? How do you order? I'd order mine black. What about you, Lisa?
Mine is, of course, the only way to drink coffee is truly black coffee. And then On Thursdays, I save it all up for my Thursday. We have a group of ladies that meet every Thursday for the last 9 years at Starbucks, and then we just do our little, my favorite is the cookie crumble Frappuccino with the extra shot of espresso. So I save all that up for that one day.
Good for you for doing a day where you're just like, you toss it aside, and I'm going to go frou-frou here.
Yes, on one day a week.
Hey, you got to splurge. So the cookie crumble Frappuccino.
Oh, it is amazing. And you can't forget the extra shot of espresso.
To counterbalance the sweetness. Yeah.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
For some, it's the first day of school, which means that if you are driving your child to a physical school right now, they're actually going into a classroom and not virtual like some students are, then maybe, just maybe, you're ordering your favorite coffee right now and maybe splurging a little bit. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. Wait till you hear Liz's very high-maintenance order.
I don't think it's that bad. Anyway,
yeah, it is.
Skinny vanilla latte, non-fat, sugar-free vanilla, extra hot, no whip.
Okay, repeat what she just said. See, it's high maintenance.
But not as high maintenance, maybe, as Miranda. She's going to give me a run for my money. So let me see if I get this right. A tall caramel Frappuccino, light whip, light caramel drizzle. She substitutes the milk for almond milk. No caramel syrup, cinnamon powder, 3 pumps of something. I don't even know.
So that's 5 different things in the coffee. Am I counting that right?
Right. And I think she said it has 90 calories.
Oh.
You want to know the price?
Real? Oh.
I'm going to tell you the price.
No way. She gave it?
She did. Well, I asked.
What?
$6.32. And it's a tall. It's the smaller one.
That's the smallest one, isn't it? Wow. Miranda.
Yeah. And then Amanda, hers is pretty frou-frou as well. So she starts with Happy Coffee with high protein house iced coffee, a scoop of dulce de leche protein powder, and then a butter toffee skinny syrup.
Oh.
So I think she makes this at home.
Sounds like it.
Hers is going to be a little cheaper, I think, than Miranda's and mine, but yeah.
Okay, so I'm intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
So I start my day with black coffee.
Okay.
At the end of the day or past that, I'll have 1 coffee with cream in it. I like a lot of cream. So that's too much sugar was getting into my body.
Yeah.
So Jessica's along with us. What about you, Jessica? You're on his radio.
I, like you, intermittent fast, and I've been doing Weight Watchers for a while, so I am a black coffee gal all the way. But I do like my flavors, so I don't get just like the medium roast. I get like the Dunkin' Donuts chocolate glazed whatever black coffee, so it has a little bit more flavor and it isn't straight black.
Oh, and there's no calories?
No, I don't know how they do it, but I check, and there's all different options out there for the black coffee drinkers.
Wait. So the coffee itself is flavored like a chocolate glazed donut from Dunkin' Donuts.
That's what it says. I mean, it doesn't taste like a
oh, okay.
like biting into a donut. I mean, it's like,
it's close.
Like 1% of that. Yeah, but I mean, it works for someone on Weight Watchers trying to get fit over here.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Blake Sheffer was 5 weeks old, and he had started feeling really terribly. His parents were watching him. He was having some distress, so they rushed him to the hospital one weekend. Got him to the hospital. He underwent a ton of tests. They would send him home. He'd come back. He was still having some issues. So he was diagnosed with something that was affecting his intestines. And so he had to spend a lot of time in the hospital. And this continued for quite a while. I mean, like up until he was a toddler or whatever. And so Blake started getting depressed because he wasn't able to play. He was just learning to crawl and all this. And so just so happened there was a staff member at the hospital where he was in Atlanta that danced with him every day.
Nice.
She would come in and she would dance in front of him. And so he would start getting into it, just bouncing a little bit. And then finally, he started dancing along. He got older. He got stronger. He started dancing along. He's in a great mood now.
Nice.
So I love this that she took the time. Her name is Quandra Riles, and she started busting out those dance moves, and little Blake was just right there along with her. It just shows you what one person and their spirit and their infectious personality can do to turn somebody's life around.
You go. That's great. And Blake, we're praying for you, buddy.
Yes, we are.
You are a survivor.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Lorenzo is 15 years old. He met a homeless veteran, and that rocked his world. Now he wants to help out homeless vets.
Yeah, he does. In fact, these two things came together, I guess, last summer because his dad over the summer said, Lorenzo, you can't just lay in bed playing video games all day. You got to get up and do something. Well, he remembered that interaction with that homeless veteran. He said, you know what I can do? I'm pretty good at woodworking. So he started carving American flags. And they are gorgeous.
They look amazing. They're big flags, too. I mean, it looks like you could put this on a pole and hoist it up.
Right.
You know, and fly the flag. And it's just so beautifully done the way that he carves it. And it's red, white, and blue, too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he started a foundation, I guess, called Heroic Flags. And what he's doing is he's raising money for forgotten heroes. And he decided because he started selling them and so many people wanted one that he was going to do charity for more than just the homeless vets, but special needs kids, first responders. So he's been selling these. You can get anything from like an 18.5-inch flag up to one that's like 7 feet. So the prices are somewhere between $125 to almost $500.
He sold so many that he's donated $13,000 to the cause.
Yeah, already.
At 15.
Yeah. Some of them are already sold out, like the smaller versions have sold out. But he said, I'm working on it. I'm going to crank them out as quickly as I can. But they're absolutely beautiful.
Lorenzo, you are amazing to me. Thank you for doing what you do.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you use Apple, like you have an iPhone and you have the storage for your Apple.
Yep.
If you get the cloud storage every month, that's like $40 a month.
Oh.
So that you have that unlimited storage. So you never lose a picture.
Yeah.
You put all your documents up there. You don't have to lose it. So I have a cheaper one. I pay like a year. Maybe it's $25. And so I got to make sure I clean out my pictures and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's not too super bad. Now, since Apple has Apple TV and everything else that goes along with that, and Apple Plus, which is their little premium service so you can watch their own produced shows and stuff like that. Everybody's getting into streaming, right?
Everybody.
Apple's doing that as well. So they said, you know what? Let's do a bundle.
It makes sense. Can you save a lot of money?
It looks like it. I mean, that's if you're into the cloud storage of $40 a month. So I saw that you just add another $5 a month to that, and then you get their bundle, which their bundle is Apple Music, TV Plus, News Plus, Arcade. I've never used that, plus the iCloud storage.
Wait. $45?
And they call it Apple One.
I think that... I hate to say that's a good deal because it's still $45 a month to pay for that, but it seems to be a lot.
I don't have cable. I cut the cord, was it a year, 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
2 years ago I cut the cord. So I have Netflix, I have YouTube TV, and I have Philo. And through my wife's cell service, we have...
Disney Plus?
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And then through my Spotify, I have the Hulu.
Okay,
so I got enough.
You're kind of covered. You don't need anything else, really.
Not unless I want to watch Apple Plus stuff, and I don't really care. There's enough.
Yeah.
There's enough on the menu.
Right. Well, if I were spending $40 a month for all the storage, I would throw an extra $5 to get everything else. If I weren't, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, but I'm not paying $40 for the storage.
Me either.
Yeah.
I think I do a 99-cent a month thing.
For what?
Like 5 gigs or something like that.
Oh, you do do a little bit of that.
But
okay.
I mean, $1.
$1.
That's all I do.
Yeah. For a cup of coffee. You can get some iCloud storage.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Jerry Jones, if you don't know the name, if I say Dallas Cowboys, you might connect the dots.
Okay.
He's the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. He's got an 80,000-seat stadium in Dallas.
Oh, just a little place.
Yeah, that has like no fans in it. And now he's saying, no, I'm going to let fans in now.
Is he? Really?
He is reeling. Now, they're going to do some kind of social distancing. So here's his thought. He's like, I got 80,000 seats. I mean, come on, we can social distance here.
Yeah.
So they're going to wind up coming up with some kind of pods. They're trying to work this out now. And the pods would have, in the seats, there'll be pods, and the pods will have 5, 10, maybe 15 different people in there, all spread out through that gigantic stadium.
I mean, I can see it working. So I'm thinking the pods, they're going to be separated within the pods. Right?
No, so you're allowed to have a gathering of like 15 people, right?
Okay,
in some states are 10, some states are 15.
True.
And so the stadium is so huge.
Yeah.
I mean, 80,000 seats in the stadium. So you spread people far enough apart, you'll have groups of 10 to 15.
Well, I think if he had 25,000 people, is that too many, you think?
I don't know.
For that big old stadium?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, because I can't do that kind of math in my head really quick. I've got to get out the really technical calculator
Less
on
than
that.
a third, so I would think you could social distance.
Yeah,
but
it looks like you could.
Yeah,
I mean,
seems like it.
in theory, it sounds like it's something that will work.
Right.
Now we'll see what other people say about that.
Right, and the NFL commissioner, what's his name, Goodall?
Sure.
I don't know.
That works for me.
And I just threw a name out there. I don't know. But so I wonder what
Frankola. The commissioner, Frankola.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. But I wonder what the NFL says about it. Like if that's okay, and then will other teams follow suit? Huh.
We'll see.
I guess we'll see. It's going to start soon, evidently.
Mm-hmm. So their governor in Texas will weigh in and all that other stuff.
Getting people back to work. I can see it working.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
They say if you wait long enough that things make a comeback. And by golly, it looks like the mullet is making a comeback. It's Rob and Liz on his radio, at least in Australia.
At least in Australia, that's right. So they have research that says almost 80% of people aged 15 to 44 said they feel worse than since the pandemic began. You totally see that, right? So I guess some folks in Australia decided we need to do something about this. We need to make people start feeling a little bit better, so let's have some fun with it. And they decided to create a movement to grow the mullet.
Mm-hmm. The mullet. The party in the back. The mullet. You should see some of the pictures of the people and their mullets in Australia. It's amazing. It's all now. The movement happens to be called Mullets for Mental Health, and so far they've raised nearly $400,000.
Isn't that crazy?
In this, yeah.
And the movement doesn't even actually start until September. They put it out there to get people to kind of start growing the mullet, to start working on it. So they have over 2,000 people, I guess, that are already signed up to grow their mullets
You
out.
should see some of the creativity in the mullets. Now, the mullets have now been brought to a whole new level. I saw one guy who literally just grew hair in the back and shaved the top of his head. So he's bald all the way up to the middle of the back of his head, and then it's hair the rest of the way, and a big bushy beard.
That's a look.
It's like a beard in the front, a beard in the back.
Well, he's party both ways, right?
He is.
And then somebody that has straight hair is going to have one look for the mullet. Somebody, like me, that has really curly hair, it's going to look completely different. I like it. I think it's cool. It's having some fun in the midst of everything that's going on.
You watch. The mullet's going to make a comeback worldwide. This is going to turn worldwide with the mullet.
I heard that some people were doing this and calling it a moulet. French pronunciation of the mullet is a moulet.
Just call it what it is.
It's a mullet.
Come on, quack. It's a mullet.